Having pushed the European Union for a revised Brexit deal, Boris Johnson finally got what he wanted. In Brussels, he said the new agreement was in everyone's interests.
I want to stress that this is a great deal for our country, for the UK. I also believe it's a very good deal for our friends in the EU. And what it means is that we in the UK can come out of the EU as one united kingdom. England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland together.
The last-minute deal was welcomed by EU leaders. It came after days of intensive negotiations between UK and EU officials.
The key change in comparison with the earlier version of the deal is Prime Minister Johnson's acceptance to have customs checks at the points of entry into Northern Ireland. This compromise will allow us to avoid border checks between Ireland and Northern Ireland and will ensure the integrity of the single market.
The Irish Prime Minister welcomed the deal, but some anti-Brexit campaigners in Brussels were unconvinced and said they still face uncertainty.
I wouldn't be able to go back to the UK with my husband to live in case my parents needed more help because we wouldn't meet the income threshold.
The EU still has to ratify the deal, but the sense here in Brussels is that their work is done. That, however, is not the case for Boris Johnson. He still has to convince the UK Parliament to back his agreement. But that won't be easy. The deal has failed to win the key support of the Democratic Unionist Party, or DUP, the Northern Irish party that props up Johnson's Conservative government.
It's obviously not a deal we can support. We've made that assessment on the deal itself. We're not doing a compare and contrast, but certainly this gives us a border in the Irish Sea in terms of VAT, in terms of customs and in terms of single market rules without any consent that is meaningful for the people of Northern Ireland.
If the British Prime Minister fails to win parliamentary backing for his deal, he'll be legally obliged to seek an extension from Brussels to the October 31st Brexit deadline. But his office says that is not going to happen. Brexit, it would seem, is far from over. Natacha, Butler, Al Jazeera, Brussels.